Welcome to the HomeKit 5 podcast. We talk every week about the latest news in the Apple ecosystem for smart homes. I'm your host, Josh Owens, along with my co-host, Brayden Owens. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
Did I mess you up with my intro?
A little bit.
This week we're going to talk about the HomeCam 2.0 app, Soma Smart Shades, Bose getting something new, and same thing with the new Arlo product. All right, let's dive into it. You want to take the first one?
Yeah, so HomeCam, it is an app that takes HomeKit cameras and just sorts them all into a nice, clean view.
Yeah. It's got a bunch of other stuff too, not just the view, but
yeah,
they've like added the ability to cycle through the room. So if you want to have like a security kind of like cycle, you can do that. They have like the notification center widget. They've added support now, so you can have 2 camera feeds show up in there. It's kind of cool. It looks like is that Siri shortcut stuff? Maybe it looks like you can at least launch Siri. You can use Siri to launch like a live view of your various cameras, and then oh yeah, it does say improved Siri shortcut support. So yeah. Anyway, and then like I think they've added more. So like when you bring up a camera, you can see all the controls that are available in that particular room if you're on a device that supports like controlling that stuff essentially. So like when I look at the front yard camera, I see like the front door lock and all the other stuff that's in that front yard essentially. Same thing with the garage. So it's kind of nice. And I actually did work with Aaron Pierce. He gave me a test flight copy of HomeCam 2 so we could test the Eufy Cam 2 and understand how many live streams it supported at once, and it turns out it only supports 1 live stream. So that was a bit of a bummer to find out. As I'm thinking about the home base and maybe adding more Eufy cams, when I stream that front yard cam, that garage cam, I can't look at it at the same time. So that kind of sucked. It takes like 20-30 seconds to realize that it's timed out, and then it'll pull the last known image for that camera, the last screenshot it took, and it'll put that up. And then when you click into the garage one, let's say you have the front yard active, you click to the garage, like it takes a little time to switch over and then like start getting the feed from that garage cam. So that was a bit of a bummer to find out, but I am super excited for HomeCam 2. Definitely want to get like more cameras around the outside of my house. I don't know, is that creepy?
No, I don't think it is.
No? How about I put one in your house? Would that be creepy?
I mean, if you didn't have access to it, yeah, that'd be fine.
I see. So I can just give you a camera and you'd be okay with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Let's do the next story. So Soma Smart Shades 2 was just announced, and it looks like essentially if you have like one of those like chain fed blinds, this is a motor that you can attach and then feed the chain into it, and it will like feed through the chain. There's a little motor inside. And so with the Soma Smart Shades 2, they have announced that they've put a faster motor in it. They put a light sensor in it, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And it also has a solar-powered battery that's inside the thing. And so it will theoretically recharge itself, especially when your blinds are open and the sun's out. So that's kind of cool. And then there, did I say they added light sensors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the thing here is they have a hub that you can get. Apparently it's just a Raspberry Pi running custom firmware, and that will let you expose the blinds to HomeKit. I'm really curious to see if they expose the light sensors too. If they do, that would be awesome for automations for sure. You know, you always need those good sensors for any kind of automation you want to do. You can do like time-based automations, but that's not always 100% right. You know, like in the summer, 30 minutes after sundown, like the twilight hangs out longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you really want to like measure that lux number, I guess, and figure out whether you want to do something based on that. So this is kind of exciting. Honestly, we don't have any of these chain. I feel like they're kind of like chain fed blinds. I feel like they're a special thing. I don't know. I mean, if I were gonna look, I mean, for $49. Oh no, I'm sorry. The hub's $49 and the motor's $119. Yeah, at the price, I'd probably just go for the IKEA. I don't know. I guess if you already had the blinds, maybe it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Bose, they are now rolling out AirPlay 2 support for their Sound Touch and lifestyle speakers, which I think is really cool because finally you can have more AirPlay 2 speakers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have some Bose speakers?
I don't.
Oh,
but
you're just excited?
It's just exciting.
I agree. I mean, I think it's super cool that you've like bought a product, and if you're in the Apple ecosystem, this is probably like super exciting to hear that the Sound Touch or the lifestyle speakers are like available as a network streaming device for you now, without needing any special apps necessarily. I gotta say, I've been very, very happy with, like, we've got the Sonos stuff here in the house. I know I've talked about that before, but you know, like the stuff that is AirPlay 2 is great. The stuff that's not AirPlay 2, I don't feel as great about. Like, we just have, like, they show up in Spotify, and that's great, but I really like having that OS level ability to just be like, play my sound over to that speaker, and that works out really nice, especially like, you know, again, when you do that whole house audio thing, like, hey, we're gonna clean the house, right? Like, we came home and my wife was like cleaning the house and she had music on, and you know, it's so easy to be like, turn this one and this one and this one on, and like, you know, you kind of have coverage as you walk around, especially in like a big diverse atmosphere. So definitely excited to see more AirPlay 2 stuff. And if you haven't yet, like, you can also like control this stuff from shortcut automation, so it's kind of slick. I don't know if I've ever talked about on the show, like, I have a goodnight automation that I run off an NFC tag, and like whenever I scan that thing, it runs my goodnight scene in HomeKit, but then also like switches my sound output to be the AirPlay bedroom speakers, and then turns on, I've got an app called Rain. I might try Dark Noise, but it turns that app on and then like starts streaming the music to those speakers. So it's kind of nice. AirPlay 2 is maybe one of my more favorite features in iOS.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any AirPlay 2 speakers?
The only one that technically counts is the Apple TVs. So we don't actually have any speakers around the house, but I think we could probably get into that, because that sounds nice, just whole house cleaning.
Yeah. All right. Last story. You want to take it or you want me to? Oh, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
So Arlo added HomeKit support to the Arlo Pro 3 smart camera system. They had released this towards the end of 2019, and I don't think it was HomeKit compatible when it originally came out, but now you can actually add it to HomeKit, which is nice. You know, again, I think you have to still use their cloud stuff. Like, this firmware update does not have HomeKit secure video, but it does have the ability to add it to HomeKit. So I think you would still need like an account with and like a monthly subscription with their current cloud service that they offer, which I think is like $15-16 a month or something like that. So but I do like, even without HomeKit secure video, like I just like having those cameras right there in the home app, especially, that pairs up well with that home cam 2 now. So kind of exciting. I am looking forward to the day when the HomeKit secure video comes out, and then you don't even need that Arlo cloud anymore. It'll just go straight to your Apple iCloud account. That would be super nice. Any thoughts here?
You kind of caught me off guard. Not really. I think that the Arlo Pro 3 has some pretty cool features in itself, with the 2K 160-degree field of view and the night vision.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It looks like it has a light that actually clicks on for the night vision, though. So the Eufy Cam has like infrared sensors that it uses that like kick on, I guess. And then there's like you can see 4 red dots at night when it's like in the night vision mode. This one actually looks like it clicks on like a flash style LED that you would have on the back of your phone.
Yeah, because it does say color night vision. The Eufy cams have more of a gray scale.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Be interested to try these things out once they get the HomeKit secure video.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes with a hub too. Smart hub. I wonder what that's used for. I'm going to have to read up on this thing when we get done here. Anyway, that's our show for the week. Thanks for tuning in. If you are listening through a podcast feed, make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's places like Spotify or Overcast or any of those places lets them know that you're finding value, and hopefully they'll recommend it to other people who like those kinds of podcasts. And then, if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this episode, and we'll have another video coming out. What did we do last week?
We did. That was the Wemo switches.
The Wemo. So we just put out a video on the Wemo switch. We'll put a link in the show notes to that. We might have one on the Sylvania smart bulbs, or like doing advanced automations. I've got them all on my drive. I'm just trying to decide which one to do next. So anyway, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you're a long-time listener for the few weeks we've been doing this, we appreciate you coming back. And we'll see you next week.